Hello, everyone. This is author, motivational speaker, and dating coach Matthew C. Horn, and I'm bringing you a video today titled "You Can't Love Her Better." It's gonna be an interesting one tonight, and but before I really dive deep into it, I just wanted to let you all know that I'm talking to my men and to my women tonight. This one's primarily focused on the men tonight, so it's going to come from my book, "How to Get Beautiful Women and Everything Else You Want from Life," and it's available at www.matthewchorn.com. So once again, the video of the evening is titled "You Can't Love Her Better." And what inspired this video was seeing so many men who cheat on their wives and cheat on their girlfriends, and these women have given these men second and third chances, and these men have begged them back after they've been caught because they really love these women. They're just immature guys. They aren't the solid type of men that I show men how to become. A solid man has made a declaration as to the type of man that he's going to be, meaning that whoever he comes across that he involves himself with in terms of a woman, she's going to get the same experience. Now, whether she's receptive to that experience and whether she's congruent with that experience determines whether she can stay in this man's space. But this man is not going to change for this woman. He's going to give every woman that he fancies and that he desires on any level, whether it's casual, whether it's something serious, whether they're boyfriend and girlfriend, fiance, wife, whatever, they're going to get the same experience. Okay. Just in terms of how this man is going to treat her. The experience may vary based on the level of desire that the man has for the woman, which is going to categorize her as the girlfriend or the wife, or the one that he just casually dates and things like that. But by and large, the type of man that he's going to be to her is going to be solid. Okay. Now I'm starting to feel more for the women out there, because as I'm around these men, it's just like I'm seeing a lot of men who pride themselves on stepping out on their girlfriends and their wives and all that kind of stuff. It's very backwards. If you're not totally into this girl, then why even give her that designation? And these men know that they have good women, who are being faithful and things like that. And I'm seeing just a lot of very low energy interactions when it comes from men and how they're dealing with women. Okay. And with this being said, some of these guys' wives and girlfriends are, pretty attractive. Some would call them hot smokers, whatever you want to call them. These are gorgeous women, and these are some good women, like, in their core and in their heart. And so what I'm seeing is that, a good man can, talk to one of these guys and actually see this girl in his life that is being mistreated by him. And you can come to a conclusion that you could love her better. It's tempting to even be jealous and say, why is she with him? I'm out. As a good man, your dating experiences are pretty much going to be the same if you're single. Like, you're meeting women, you're dealing with them. They do something stupid, and they do something disrespectful. They try to test you for no apparent reason. They try to gain leverage over you and present themselves as the more valuable commodity in the interaction, and that translates to them just doing something that's just retarded. It's what even called for. It's a good man is being consistent. He giving her a pleasurable experience in every regard. He is just being a overall good man to this woman, and she just does something idiotic. It's like clockwork. You're pretty much counting down to when it's going to happen. And you're this good man and you're dealing with silly woman after silly woman after silly woman. But, these guys have like what would be perceived as like these solid women. These guys, have these women in their lives. They're going after them. They're begging them, knocking on their doors, and after they mess up and they get caught cheating, and it's just so tempting to be like, man, I wish I had his girlfriend. But let me tell you something, or I wish I had that man's wife, because he doesn't know how to treat her. But let me explain something. You in no way, shape, or form want that woman. And I'll explain why. If she was not calibrated to that low energy behavior, she wouldn't still be there. In essence, she likes it. the man that's cheating on her, the man that might put his hands on her, the man that disrespects her, the man who's not loving and caring, and the man who is sometimey. You know, he's a good man to her, and then she lets her defenses down, and then he runs out, he cheats, and rinse and repeat. He gets her back. He says he's gonna be better, and he just keeps doing the same thing. And you see these guys out, and like I said, it's tempting to be jealous and to want to be in that man's place with that very attractive woman that he has, but you don't want to be with her because she doesn't even know how to function with a good man. She doesn't know how to function in a healthy relationship environment. So what would happen if you got that girl that you say that you want, that you feel like you could love her better, you could be such a better man to her? What would end up happening is that you would get with her, and she would almost immediately sabotage the interaction because she doesn't have a healthy perception of herself, and she doesn't see herself as being deserving of a good man and a healthy experience, the type of experience that you would give her as the good man. She doesn't see herself in the healthiest light. That's why she's still there. That's why when she catches her man cheating, and instead of leaving him because she respects herself, she'll call the girl. She gets a kick out of that. She'll call the girl that he's cheating with and have banter with her and go back and forth and participate in that low energy interaction. If she wasn't calibrated to that low energy interaction, she wouldn't be there. And so that's something as a good solid man you have to accept. You can't love her better. You're incapable of loving her better because she doesn't even love herself. So what she would do, she actually would diminish your quality of life because of the type of man that you've made a declaration that you're going to be and that you are. The only woman that you're calibrated to as a solid man is a solid woman. A woman who respects herself, who's going to be consistent, who's going to be loving, who's going to cherish and recognize the great man that you are. That's the woman that the good man is calibrated to, the good woman, the self-sufficient woman, the woman who's not combative, the woman who's not masculine. She basks in her feminine energies. She plays her position, she plays her role, and she relishes her role. She's the perfect complement to the good man. And she's very evident, and she stays in the space of the good man because when those two people come together, they recognize and revere one another. And oftentimes, they're each other's final dating destination. So I just wanted to just say that don't be envious of the woman, of that beautiful woman who's with that toxic man. Don't be envious of that because she's calibrated to that man. She likes that, okay? More of her likes it than dislikes it, and that's why she's still with that man. And if you were to try to swoop in and save the day, you would be disappointed, and it wouldn't take long. If you're a good man, just keep your eyes fixated on the type of women who are calibrated to you, who can actually handle a man being good to them. I talked more about that in a previous video I did called The Easiest Way to See If She's Ready for a Healthy Relationship. And that's just to simply be good to her. Simply be good to her, because a lot of women you meet, when you show up and you're consistent and you're an actual presence in this woman's life, you're elevating her spiritually and mentally, and it's happening immediately, they don't even think they deserve a man like that, and they go into sabotage mode. And I'm trying to tell you that is exactly what will happen if you try to go rescue one of these girls that are with the toxic men, that are deeply in the trenches with the toxic men, that have tolerated the infidelities of the toxic man, that have tolerated the physical abuse and verbal abuse of the toxic man. Until she sees herself in a healthy light, she represents a diminished quality of life for you as a good man. Cherish your peaceful space that you have, because if you bring the wrong woman into it, your quality of life will be diminished, and that space will be filled with turmoil and chaos. It's better to be alone than to be with a woman who is calibrated to a toxic man. This has been Matthew C. Horn, author, motivational speaker, and dating coach, bringing you another video tonight. And this one was titled, once again, You Cannot Love Her Better. You cannot love her better. choose peace. Once again, tonight's video has been inspired by my book, How to Get Beautiful Women and Everything Else You Want from Life, and it's available at www.matthewchorn.com. If this video has elevated your thinking and your consciousness and brought you to a higher awareness of how to function in healthy relationships and how to recognize someone who's calibrated to be in a healthy relationship, if you've simply been elevated by my words tonight, my PayPal donation information will be in the description. Also, if you want coaching on how to become the optimal man, become the optimal woman, so that you can attract and keep a healthy man or a healthy woman in your space and in your life, and pick the right final dating destination, you can email me at matthewchorn23@gmail.com. I do provide coaching for men and women who want to have the optimal experiences with the opposite sex. Once again, that's matthewchorn23@gmail.com. I've enjoyed spending some time with you all tonight, and I'm going to keep the videos coming. I've taken a little bit of a break, but I'm going to keep them rolling, and let's all elevate and rise together. I'll see you all soon.